So we're going to be doing a weekly series called Sunday Coffee Club with Travels with Delaney.
Yeah, so what basically is happening is the channel Travels Delaney and our channel are going to start releasing videos on Sunday, 9 a.m. Eastern, so that you can start off your Sunday with your coffee with 2 new videos every week.
Preferably Bob's coffee.
Yeah, we love Bob's Mugs coffee. That's what we're drinking, and we hope you join us. But let's get to the video.
Yeah. We're in Niagara, Canada side, and we're going to be telling you where the best places to view are in the U.S. and in Canada. Canada. So, I'm sorry to interrupt your video, but we have to do a bit of explaining. So, we were in New York visiting Bobby and stuff. They were really, really nice.
Bobby, April, and their kids with Travels Abound.
Yeah, and then we were like eating dinner and we were just talking about like Niagara Falls and stuff, and the subject came up: which side of Niagara is better, American or Canadian? And so
I'd always heard it was Canadian, and I'd been there, but I never really paid attention which side was better.
And so yeah, that's what this video is about. Which side is better? We made a bunch of lists of pros and cons. It's not really the definitive thing. We do state our own opinions, but like really, you can just pick which one you like more.
We thought this might be helpful. If you're headed to the falls, this could tell you where you want to go, what you want to see. Maybe you don't want to miss either side once you see this, or maybe if you only have time for one side, this will help you choose what to do, right?
Yeah.
All right, so hey, we'll quit wasting your time. Let's get back to the video. Right off the bat, the first thing you'll notice on the U.S. side is it's a lot more parks. You have beautiful walkways along the river, and you can see things like these little black squirrels everywhere. There's lots of trails on the U.S. side, and so if you're more into parks than urban sprawl, then you're probably going to prefer the U.S. side.
What do you think, Megan?
That is beautiful.
Yep. Now, so what's beautiful about seeing it from the U.S. side is the Canadian building land skyscape line. So,
You get the skyline.
yeah, so the advantage on the U.S. side is if you like the skyline, which I do, you really get to see it with the backdrop of the falls, and it's a pretty skyline. And so I think that's the advantage of the U.S. What do you think?
Yeah.
There's more to see skyline-wise.
And you can get closer to American Falls. You can't get like a view of it as a whole, but
you could definitely get close to the American Falls. And if you come over to this corner right here, you can get a pretty good, you can see there's a rainbow. Yeah. And you got the Maiden of the Mist over there. You got the one here. But you can see the falls about this good. You don't get the same view as you would on the Canadian side, right? All right. Let's head on. And if the Horseshoe Falls, I think you get just as good a view of from that tip out there as you do from this tip over here. So
probably,
I think individually the U.S. falls you see equally from either side. So here on the U.S. side is this little bridge. And it'll take you over to the point where you can see Horseshoe Fall.
yeah.
You just got to go over to Goat Island, as they call it. Right across this little footbridge. And then you can see Horseshoe Falls from the American side.
Yeah, they call it Goat Island, but we call it Donkey Island.
Yeah, we call it Donkey Island.
So admittedly, one of the things that kind of gets me, and Beckett agrees, is I actually have a desire to jump into the river.
It looks warm. It looks cold.
Very refreshing.
Yeah, it feels refreshing.
It would obviously be the death of you. And uncontrollable, but it looks so inviting. And
yeah, it's like a good color.
And there are places right here. There's rails, but when you walk the river later on, there's no rails. It's just you're walking right along
stick
it,
your foot in there.
and it's tempting, right?
Yeah, I kind of want to like stick my hand in there.
If anyone has actually, jumped in there and lived,
Don't do it though. Don't do it. We don't want to get
don't do it.
lost
Don't do
over
it.
there.
But if you have, comment below. I want to hear about it.
Oh, there's a rainbow.
Rainbow Bridge.
There's a rainbow.
Why do you think it is?
Is the rainbow bridge? Is that permanent?
Yeah, because the steam from is always there.
One of the biggest advantages to the Canadian side is you get views of both Horseshoe Falls and American Falls at the same time. That's why people often say it's the better view.
The Canadian side is better views by far.
Disagree.
touristy, like Pigeon Forge or Branson, Missouri, or maybe even the Vegas Strip, the Niagara Canadian side does have places to eat, unlike the American side.
Literal roller coaster combined.
All right.
Burger King is inside of, oh my gosh, look at Horseshoe.
That is a beautiful view.
In addition to the restaurants, there's also other attractions or things to do other than just seeing the falls, as well as alternative ways to see the view, including taking a Ferris wheel. We're currently on the Sky Wheel. This is an interesting fact for you. This is such a tall ride that you can actually see the United States from Canada when on this ride. You can also see it before you get on the ride from the ground, but you can see it from the ride.
You take the Skyline ride?
Ride it, you'll have fun.
Ride it, yeah.
You have a good view of the falls from here. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Follow stairs to the United States.
That's actually kind of a cool statement.
As we walked across Rainbow Bridge into Canada, I'm not kidding. Beckett, tell me.
Oh yeah, as you're walking through, you smell maple syrup. Like, we're not joking.
Maple syrup. I swear it's like maple syrup. We were like, okay, that's odd. It's almost like at Disney where they pump the smell.
Yeah, as you're walking and you literally smell it.
So it made us hungry for breakfast. We went around and looked for it. We could never find the source of it, though we did find a breakfast place. So I guess we're okay. Oh, there's somebody parked an RV right here. So there's enough room for RV parking
Niagara Falls.
on the Niagara Falls U.S. side.
There is a way to ride Maiden of the Mist from both the Canadian side and the U.S. side. They're color-coded differently, red and blue, so you can tell them apart. But both sides get a point.
So, in conclusion, you should see the falls. There's some goods on both sides. So if you can only stay on one side, don't feel bad, because it's fine. But I would recommend the Canadian side probably more, because there's more stuff to do in general. And you probably get a bit better views of Horseshoe Falls and American Falls. And the U.S. And I want to get some maple syrup real quick.
And it does actually smell like maple syrup. I'm not gonna lie. The second you cross this line, let's go. All right.